What's up, YouTube? Happy New Year. It's been a while since I posted a video, so I decided to post a video of my T206 Portraits collection because I've been collecting this for quite a while now, and I think I have, well, enough to show you guys. So I'll start with this guy. This is Orville Overall. He was a minor star for the Cubs. We have Jake Weimer. Then we have Hal Chase Pink Portrait. And then we have another Hal Chase Blue Portrait. Hal Chase actually has the most cards in the set. He has 5 different cards. 2 portraits and 3 action poses. So he has more cards than even Ty Cobb. That just shows how popular of a player he was back then. And we have Bob Betcher. It's a polar bear back. Doc Atkins. Matty McIntyre, the pink background. He was a outfielder with Ty Cobb. Then we have George Stovall. Hall of Famer Miller Huggins. He eventually became the manager of the New York Yankees, and he managed Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Then we have Larry Doyle. It's a pretty cool portrait card. I like his uniform, the sweater, and it's a pretty rare back. El Príncipe de Galles. It's a 2. I think it's a 3. I think it's definitely undergraded. We have Gabby Street. George Stovall. He was a minor star. And Harry Steinfeld, another minor star. It's a 4.5. It's a pretty nice card. Then we have Hans Lubert, another minor star at the time. Bob Spade, and again another minor star, Ginger Beaumont. He was a really good player for Boston. And we have another Hall of Famer. This is Chief Bender. Chief Bender was actually a Native American, hence his nickname Chief Bender. He was a really good pitcher. And this is a pretty rare back, kind of rare back. Sovereign, 350. And we have Clark Griffith, another Hall of Famer. And we got Mordecai Brown, probably one of my favorite portraits in the set. And he was a really good pitcher. The interesting thing about him is he actually only had 3 fingers on one hand. I think 2 of his fingers were cut off in a farming accident, but evidently that made him a really good pitcher because he was able to hold the ball differently and spin the ball differently than most pitchers. And then we have Frank Bowerman, and probably the nicest card I have. This is Napoleon Lajoie Portrait. I actually got this in a PSA 2. I thought it was better in a PSA 2, so when I crossed it over at SGC, it actually bumped up to a 3, which is good because it definitely upped the value. But I love this card, and he was a legend for his time. He would often compete with Ty Cobb for the batting title. I think he won once during Ty Cobb's reign, but he was definitely a superstar back then. He was such a big star that actually Cleveland named the team after him for a couple years when he was playing there. They called it the Cleveland Naps. Then we have Doc Crandall, another really cool sweater jersey portrait. This is a polar bear back. We got Nat Rucker, another minor star for Brooklyn. Some say he could be in the Hall of Fame. And then we have Fred Merkle, pretty popular card in the T206 set, because if you know anything about Fred Merkle, he was responsible for, they call it the bonehead play in the World Series in 1908 or 1907. He thought the game was over, but I guess it wasn't, so he walked off the field, and one of the Cubs players tagged him out, and basically New York ended up losing to the Cubs because of his bonehead play. We got Jimmy Dygart. So this is another rare back, American Beauty. These cards are cut slimmer than most T206s. I'm starting to collect the backs, so I'll probably post some other videos of some backs I got. And we got Dick Egan, Johnny Kling, another minor star when the Cubs were good back then. Then we got probably my other, besides Napoleon Lajoie, and my other kind of second best Hall of Famer. That's Eddie Collins. He played for a long time, I think for over 20 years. He was a really good player. And we got Wild Bill Donovan. I love the green background. He was kind of a minor star. We got Patsy Doherty. I think another really cool portrait. Patsy Doherty is the only purple portrait in the set. We got Fred Tenney. He's another minor star. This is a pretty tough common to get, and I need to get it graded. So yeah, I love these portraits. I love the colors in this set. And I like the portraits a lot better than the action poses, but that's just me. So thanks for watching.